Alright, hey everybody. It's Monday, May 26th, and this is definitely not that second take of a stream where the chat box didn't show up. But now I'm happy to see your messages and read what's going on. We're going to be playing 2 viewer challenges at coffee.bageltopgames.com from Bageltop Masterminds. If you want to become a member at that level, you can submit your own challenges, and I'll play one of your setups a month using the What If solo mode. And there's Mr. Giraffe right there. I'm playing his setup first. Thank you very much. Yeah, so if you don't know about What If solo mode, we usually play two-headed solo on the stream. It's where I only have one deck of starters, and the cards in the villain deck are reduced, and there's a couple special rules from What If about how to handle henchmen and things, so I'll show you how that goes as I go over the setup. Thank you for being here. Hope you're having a peaceful holiday here, if you're here in the US. Alright, so let me go ahead and start a prediction here for how the setup's going to go, and then I'm going to show you the setup, and you can let me know how you think this game's going to go. So we're starting with Mr. Giraffe's setup today. I have 2 to play. The first one is going to be this one. Oh, good, my browser works. So this is Mr. Giraffe's May 2025 setup. The Mastermind is going to be Magus, and the scheme is going to be Televised, Deathtraps of Mojoworld. The villains are the villain in the villain deck. I've got Black Order of Thanos, and Asgardian Warriors, the Henchmen. And then we got Joe Fixit, Moondragon, and the Ancient One as my 3 heroes. Should be interesting. I can see a lot of recruit going on in the hero deck. Not a lot of KO here. Ancient One's going to be interesting when I pop these Cosmic Wraiths out of the city, which means I'm going to need my Astral Plane nearby. Should be very interesting. So you can see this setup at any time by going to !setup in the chat and going to follow that link there. So check that out. Let me know how it's going to go. Let me pop up the predictions. I'm just realizing now I forgot to show those. Oh, those not going to show up today? Of course they're not. Because why would they? Oh, I know why they're not doing that. Because I have to do this. I gotta go to turn 0. Yeah, predictions are not popping up. I think something just broke in my my setup. I can't see the predictions either. So just look on Twitch if you want to see those. Right now it's 4 say win, 1 say lose. I don't know what's going on today. Alright, checking out the chat real quick. I know this is a viewer challenge, but is that a website you use a random generator for playthroughs? Yes, legendaryleagues.com. You can use the randomizer there. That's where pretty much every legendary league is held, which is great. It is going to be a lot of twists in a small deck. Let me go over the Mastermind and scheme here. The Mastermind today is Magus. Magus gets +1 attack for each villain in the city that has any shards. Always leads Universal Church of Truth. Except for today, he's leading Asgardian Warriors. That's one thing about solo mode, is that you don't have to use the always leads groups. Master Strike, if there are already any villains with shards in the city, each player gains a wound. Then this strike enters the city as a Cosmic Wraith villain with 4 attack worth 4 VP. Then put a shard on each villain in the city. And then our scheme today is going to be Televised Deathtraps of Mojoworld. 11 twists, 6 wounds per player in the wound stack or the wound deck. I have it keep track down there. There's only 1 player in solo, so only 6 wounds. I'm going to pick 6 wounds right now. I have all the wounds in here. And I don't know what they are going to be. Let's pick 6 random ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's it. Which is very rough considering the Master Strike we just read. Twist. Stack this twist next to the scheme as a death trap. This turn you may pay 1 attack for each death trap stacked there. If you don't, each player gains a wound. Evil wins when the wound stack or villain deck runs out. So right there at the bottom, I have wounds taken. Once that gets to 6 out of 6, I lose. Back to the Mastermind. He's going to hand out wounds if there's any villains with shards in the city. Luckily, there are no Universal Church of Truth, but the Cosmic Wraith will enter and put shards on villains. So I'm going to try to hopefully have to keep the city clear so they don't get shards, because every time a strike happens when they're out, I'm going to get some wounds, which is going to be bad. It's going to be a lot. Now, the hero's going to be interesting. Let me give those a quick shuffle as I look at the predictions off screen. So right now, 4 of you say it's going to be a win, and 2 of you say it's going to be a lose, but many, many more of the points are towards a win right now. So we'll see how that works out. By the way, I'm going to be using my custom Cosmic Wraith tokens during this game. These are very useful. Made by the pack I worked on with Snatch Cat. Just shows that they're 4 attack villains worth 4 VP. And if you were to flip this over to the other side, you would get the epic version for Epic Magus. They're very, very helpful. I forgot to just put them in the villain deck instead of Master Strikes. But that's okay, I'll just swap them out. 2 games today, let's see how long that takes. Solo games usually take a little bit over an hour, but this one could end very quickly, depending on how that goes. I just don't know. Okay, so per solo rules, when you begin the game, 2 henchmen enter the city. These have no ambush effect, so they're pretty simple. So I'm going to start the game with 2 Asgardian warrior in the city. Give Magus his tactics, and then the other 2 are in the villain deck. Let me see what my starting hand's going to look like, and then I'll fill up my HQ, and we will get this thing going. I'm very terrified with reduced wound decks in solo. Luckily, the per-player thing does make it slow down a bit. But I can't forget about those death traps. I am going to have to generate some attack quickly to pay for them. But I do have a lot of recruit. And that's another tricky part I should mention. You have to pay attack for each death trap stacked there. I can't use the Ancient One's recruit or anybody else's recruit to pay that because you must just pay attack. So I can't just go all recruit here. I'm going to need some attack to pay for those. Yeah, wound deck schemes can be brutal. I think the one from the core set, the Legacy Virus, is the toughest one, I think. And yeah, I'm happy to see you guys here who aren't usually around for my normal stream time. So, welcome. Okay, there's my starting hand. Now we'll see in a second. Looks like, hey, look at the predictions off screen because I don't know why they're not showing up. 4 people say win, 2 people say lose. A lot of points towards a win. We will see how that goes. And send the. I wish I could send the death traps to the astral plane. I'm gonna have to be fine with sending other things there. All right, let's look at our starting HQ. We've got Threaten and Bribe Joe Fixit. We got Ancient One's rare. We're already. One thing I love about solo is you see the rares more often. Psionic Warning Moondragon, Peaceful Meditation Moondragon, and another Threaten and Bribe. Okay, not a lot of printed attack here at all. So I am at risk of some early twists causing me to gain a lot of wounds. So we will see how this goes for me. Let's begin. Lay out my starting hand here. So I'm going to start with a 5 and 1, which means I'm going to have enough attack to hit an Asgardian warrior next turn. So here we go. Turn number 1 begins at this moment. Turn 1 is going to give us Corvus Glaive showing up. With Ambush Danger Sense 3 helping all Black Order villains in the Mastermind, Corvus Glaive captures a bystander revealed this way. So what I got to do is reveal the top 3 cards of the villain deck and see what they are. We have a Master Strike, and Black Dwarf. Okay, so 2 strikes coming up, which is not great because they're all going to get shards when that happens. But I do get to rearrange these. So let me go ahead and give the attack. So they found 1 villain. So Corvus Glaive is going to be at 6 attack. And no bystanders revealed. And Magus is going to get attack. I'm not going to worry about adjusting like I normally do attack for the Mastermind until I get enough attack normally to hit their base. Yeah, so before I put them back in order, I'm going to look at all of these. So check out Black Dwarf. It says, Ambush Danger Sense 2 helping all Black Order villains in the Mastermind play a Master Strike revealed this way. So what I'm going to want to do is put the Master Strikes on top. Even though I'm probably going to get some wounds, I'd rather not speed the deck up by having to play Black Dwarf, which means I'm also going to have some escapes. I'm not going to worry about the escapes, though, in this setup. So yeah, both strikes are going on top of Black Dwarf. Otherwise, I get an early strike played, which is a bit rough. Okay. So let's play what I've got, starting with my 5 recruit. That's all I'm going to do. And let's see what I'm picking up. He doesn't want to wait for the traps at all. So, another nice thing about solo is I don't have to wait and think about what do I want to take on one side or what do I want to take on the other. I can just build one deck right now. Options. I got Threaten and Bribe, Joe Fixit, 2 recruit, choose a villain. You can spend any combination of recruit and attack to fight at this turn. This will be key because I'm going to have to take both recruit and attack to deal with the scheme and other things. So I do want to take that. We also got Danger Sense 2 on Psionic Warning Moondragon with 1 printed attack and Instinct. If this revealed any scheme twist, gain a shard. That's going to be useful. Also Peaceful Meditation. when you draw a new hand of cards at the end of this turn. If you didn't fight anything this turn, draw an extra card. But Threaten and Bribe is so vital for what I'm trying to do here. I think I'm going to have to take that, even though I'll lose out on one recruit. So that's going to be my pickup. And replaced with Ambitious Enforcer, the Joe Fixit that transforms, which is pretty cool. And that means my next turn is going to be, like I thought, 3 and 3. But we're going to have to start doing some Master Strikes, starting with right now. We'll do our first one. Master Strike time. Okay. If there are already any villains with shards in the city, each player gains a wound. At least that doesn't happen. Then this strike enters the city as a Cosmic Wraith with 4 attack, worth 4 VP. That's where my token comes into play. There we go. Then put a shard on each villain in the city. So unless I can empty the city right now, I'm going to get a wound on the next turn. But, you know, that's fine. At least I know when it's happening. Let's go. Shard, 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 shard. This is a lot of shards. If I don't use a purple one. Wonder if I can stick to using all purple this game. Okay, that was gross. And now I can't fight an Asgardian warrior because I don't have 4 attack, I only have 3. So, I'm going to have some escapes. And by the way, when an enemy escapes, when a villain escapes with any number of shards, 1 goes to the Mastermind. So that's going to be a bit rough. Especially because the next card I play is going to be another Master Strike. Okay, so with 3 recruit, I can only get Peaceful Meditation, which I will take. It's got kind of an expensive HQ. This recruit should help me with that. I might just have to let these all escape. And I might have plenty of turns where I can't fight anything, so she's actually going to be quite useful, I think. And there's another one. She replaced herself. A very rough start. But it's got me thinking about how I'm going to tackle this. Very interesting. And I know the next card is going to be a Black Dwarf. Hopefully he won't reveal another Master Strike. I've already played 2. It is a reduced deck because it's a solo deck, but still. I don't want to deal with that. So for turn 3... Oh, it looks like we have the identical hand to the start of the game. Somehow. Turn 3 is... There's the second Master Strike. For Black Dwarf. And so now we have to do the wound thing. If there are any villains with shards in the city, which there are, each player gains a wound. So I'm going to go ahead and gain a wound. It's going to be a standard wound, and that's going to increase the counter. 1 wound out of 6 taken. Okay, then we have another Cosmic Wraith coming in, and I got a full city that I can't do anything about. So Magus is going to get himself some shards, and that's delightful. And then I put a shard on each villain in the city, so more shards. I mean, the good news is, even when 1 escapes with multiple shards, the Mastermind only gets 1. But now these are very cost prohibitive to fight. And I really need some attack or something. I got 5 recruit. And I've got... I'm going to take a second Threaten and Bribe, because all I have are... all I have is recruit. So using recruit to fight enemies is going to be very important. So I'm taking the second Threaten and Bribe. And then there's carefully considered smashing for later. Okay, I got a little bit of recruit. I got enough attack for a death trap if it shows up, but that's about it. Here we go. Turn 4 is going to be, you know who it is. It's Black Dwarf. So he says his ambush danger sense, but not until he enters the city. So first we have to do an escape. First, this Asgardian warrior is going to escape. I have to do... I was thinking about the order in which I give the shard to the Mastermind. I think it's literally still just you KO a hero that costs 6 less than the HQ. Then you do any escape effects, which would include giving the shard. So I got to do the KO first. Who am I KOing? I've got Psionic Warning. It has the Danger Sense too. That could help me out. I have another piece of meditation. I already have 1. I don't necessarily need more of them because I do have to do a lot of fighting. But I might not have to be able to. Smash 2 is a strength trigger. Especially after I transform Ambitious Enforcer, I don't imagine I'm going to be have a lot of strength cards. So this might just be an officer most of the time. So for that reason, I'm going to actually KO. Even though I do need the attack, I'm going to KO Joe Fixit here. And replace. Okay, Astral Confrontation. Yeah, Astral Plane will be very, very helpful with this. So back to the bridge. So we're going to do our escape effect. So goodbye, Asgardian warrior. And Magus gets one of his shards. Gross. And now Black Dwarf comes in and does his ambush. Ambush, Danger Sense 2, helping all Black Order villains and the Mastermind. Play a Master Strike reveal this way. Let's reveal one at a time. Twist. Strike. Amazing shuffle. Just top tier. So I gotta play a Master Strike now. Cool. Let's keep going. So once again, if there are any villains with shards in the city, each player gains a wound. And I gain a wound as my wounds fell into my stack here because there's so few. And it's a Grievous wound. Just wonderful. Okay, and then a Cosmic Wraith enters. We're going to do this in the order in which it happens. So the escape happens, all this happens, and then everybody gets a shard. Because we're in the middle of an effect. Or it's an effect in a card. Then this strike enters the city as a Cosmic Wraith villain with 4 attack worth 4 VP. Okay, so first we got to handle escapes at this very moment. So here we go. I got to KO somebody from the HQ. This time I'm going to KO Peaceful Meditation Moondragon. And another Astral Confrontation. Those will be very useful once I'm able to get them. And then we're going to have an escape from the other Asgardian warrior running off. Giving a shard to Magus. And then everybody moves down. Cosmic Wraith comes in. Back to the Mastermind. We'll finish that effect. Okay, we did that. The Cosmic Wraith came in and then put a shard on each villain in the city. So more shards go out. We got 3 on Corvus Glaive, 3 on this Cosmic Wraith, 2 on this Cosmic Wraith, 1 on Black Dwarf, and 1 on this Cosmic Wraith. Oh boy. Okay. And I know I have a twist coming next. Which means I only have to pay 1 attack. So hopefully I got 1 attack in my next turn. And I need to get something with attack this turn by recruiting so I can shuffle it in. But that's it for that for now. Oops, I just ended my turn. It's fine, I didn't mean to do that. I have to turn the turns back down. We're still on turn 4. Okay, 1, 2, recruit. Okay, so what I've got here is a Peaceful Meditation. So if I play it, I'm at 4 total recruit. I should be at 3 total attack, by the way. So if I don't fight anything, I get to draw an extra card next turn. And I'm not going to fight anything for 3, and that's what I was talking about. But just by default, she's going to work. So I'm going to get an extra card at the end of this turn because I have nothing I can fight. That does not count towards paying for Deathtraps either, even if I did. But I'm not doing that. Okay, so with 4 recruit, I could have some options. I can take Psionic Warning, which is going to give me Danger Sense. So this will get up to 3 attack if Danger Sense reveals villains, and I do need attack. The other option is to take Astral Confrontation to get some enemies out of the city into the astral plane. I have... The only attack I think I have is from Grays, right? Did I pick up any cards that have attack on them? I didn't. I need that for the... I just need 1 attack. I just need a single trooper. Just a single one for the next twist. Let me just confirm. You may pay 1 attack for each Deathtrap stack there if you don't each player gains one. Yes. So what I'm going to do is take a gamble that I am going to get at least 1 trooper, which means I can actually afford to take Astral Confrontation to clear out the city after the shuffle. Watch we not get a trooper next turn. But I am taking that gamble. War of the Mind is great. Doesn't have any attack either. And yeah, I can't do anything with that attack, so that's going to be it. Yep, I got my die here to remind me, draw 7. It's okay, you can only remind me, you can correct me if I miss it, but you don't have to catch me beforehand. Because that just confuses me and I think I missed something. Okay. Let's go on to the next turn. Here we go. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, didn't get the trooper. Because of the 2 wounds. So I'm going to fail this twist. Of course I am. So there's the twist. Okay. I stacked this twist next to the scheme as a death trap. That's 1 death trap. Actually, I should be keeping track of death traps for you guys. Actually, it's just Scheme Twist played. I'm just going to change that text to death traps. So it's clearer, but the game might not go much longer. We'll see. Okay, it says death traps. So now I have to pay just 1 attack to avoid the wound. And I don't have a single attack to spend. So, thanks to these 2 wounds. I can fight an enemy this turn. I can fight an enemy this turn, but what I can do is... Thank you. I think my best move is to rest and draw more cards because I have these 2 wounds, and I'll just let more escapes happen, I suppose. And it's about to be 3. Yeah, I could fight and get a shard to pay, but then I wouldn't be able to rest these wounds, so I have to figure out what I want to do there. So yeah, option A is I get a 7-card hand next turn. I get to recruit something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. A good card. And I get to rest the wounds. No, I can't recruit and do the rest of the wounds. So I can... I got a lot of choices. Option A, I can do a big recruit and draw 7 cards next turn. Option B, I rest the wounds and draw an extra card next turn. Option C, I use Threaten and Bribe to fight an enemy, get a shard, and then avoid the wound. Option A is tempting because I need these big cards that I haven't been able to get yet. The cheapest thing I can fight is this Wraith or Black Dwarf, which are only going to be 5 attack, which means I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 2 left over, not enough for anything from here. However, Dwarf has KO, that'll be useful. I am going to miss it on that recruit though, but I will have more opportunities. I have a lot of recruit, and preventing the wounds is the name of the game. I can only take 3 more and survive, and getting 1 on the first twist is going to be rough because there's going to be 10 more death traps after this, each one with increasing power. So I think it is the best move to do a Threaten and Bribe. So we're going to do that. We'll take Black Dwarf out while he doesn't have his Danger Sense, while he does give me some KO. So let's do it. Choose a villain. You can spend any combination of recruit and attack to fight it this turn. I feel like I need some kind of something. I'm going to use this token to show that I've targeted him with that effect. I got 3, 4. I got Moondragon, who's not going to draw an extra card because I am fighting this turn. And I got 7 recruit. Too bad I can't rest these wounds away, because this is more important. Alright, so with Threaten and Bribe, I'm going to spend 4 recruit. I'm down to 3. Actually, 5 recruit, because of the shard. To take him out. And I got fight KO one of your heroes. I get the shard, though, which is cool. I can just keep it over... No, I'll keep it over here. And I will KO one of these shield agents. Over there. Okay, and now I have to spend the shard to get 1 attack to pay to avoid the death trap. So by paying that 1 attack, I avoid the wound at the end of this turn. I have 2 recruit left. All I can do with that is get a sidekick, but I also do have the Spreading Nanovirus. I may have the player on my left gain this wound. I think in solo, if you choose to do this healing, I'm the player on my left, so all this would do is put it immediately into my discard pile, which could be useful for some applications, but right now that doesn't do anything. So let's see what sidekick I get for 2. I get Lockjaw, which is cool. Is phasing going to help me out? It's 2 attack. So if I don't need it, I could phase him. Alright. So something has been fought. I have some attack this turn. That's a lot of grays. I do need more KO. On to turn number 6, which is going to give me another twist. At least I have more attack this turn. So that's my 2nd death trap. I have to pay 2 attack to avoid the wound. Oh, I forgot to tuck for the last twist, by the way. That's a solo rule that I forgot. So let me do that before this next one. So I'd probably tuck the other Astral Confrontation. And now after this twist, I have to tuck another hero that costs 6 or less. War of the Mind is still very good for what I have. I think I'm going to tuck one of these Moondragons. And I got 2 War of the Mind. Okay. Well, I can't recruit anything now. I've got 3 attack. 1, 2, 3. And I'll immediately spend 2 of it to avoid the death trap, and I've got 3 recruit that I can't use to recruit anything here. So, I think I don't... Well, an officer wouldn't be the worst thing, because I am building up with recruit. But I'm going to take a sidekick instead. Because I need it. I need printed attack. And it's a standard sidekick. And I'll take it. We're on to turn 7 next. Looks like I have Astral Confrontation here, so I am going to send somebody out to the Astral Plane. Which is great because I can fight them with all recruit without having to threaten and bribe them. I'm trying to get all the shards out of the city. Much easier said than done. But if I can get one of them into the Astral Plane, that doesn't count as being in the city. Just take care of the rest, and I should be safe from Magus, even though that's easier said than done. A lot of recruit this turn, though. Turn 7. Another twist. Okay. Unfortunately, I don't have enough attack. So I have 1. I need 3 attack. Can I get 2 more attack with 2 more shards? Cheapest way I can get shards is going 5, 6, 11. I need 11 recruit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So yeah, I'm not going to be able to avoid this wound this turn. So let's see what I've got. I've got... well, actually, I have the Astral Confrontation. That's not going to help me. Alright, I got Threaten and Bribe. 2 recruit. I have to tuck something. What's it going to be? Ambitious Enforcer. Whenever you defeat a villain that has 6 attack or more, transform this into Underworld Boss and put it on top of your deck. And here's Underworld Boss. It's choose a villain in your victory pile, you get plus attack equal to its printed VP. That's very useful for this setup. I really would like to keep this around and hopefully recruit it. Psionic Warning is the cheapest card out here. War of the Mind is great. But I think I have to tuck one of them because I'm not going to get 2 anytime soon, I don't think, because I'm prioritizing other things. I don't have a lot of instinct for Psionic Warning, though, but I don't need the attack. So I'm going to actually, controversially, tuck a War of the Mind. Didn't expect to do that. Now we got Psychokinetic Blast, a very good card with Danger Sense 4. I want this one. Back to what I was playing. Alright, we got Threaten and Bribe. I'm going to have to choose a villain right now. One I'm putting in the Astral Plane, and I can choose another villain later. So I'm going to choose the Cosmic Wraith as one of them. One that only has 1 shard on it. Let's play my Grays. 2 more recruit. I've got a single attack. And I'm going to do Astral Confrontation. I don't think again, can't fight 2 of them. Let's do Astral Confrontation first, like I said. Up to 6. And let's send Corvus Glaive to the Astral Plane as the strongest thing out here. Let me get my Astral Plane shiny card out here and zoom out a bit while they're in there. Where do I put the Astral Plane? I'm going to put it up over here. Now we're going to put Corvus Glaive in there. There you are, with your 3 shards. 1, 2, 3. So you can see. It should be, I think, to the right of the villain deck, technically. So that's where he is. And then Threaten and Bribe, we'll do it again. I'm an 8 recruit. And let's just say, for the sake of saying it, I don't know, I have random other tokens. I'm going to put this one on this Cosmic Wraith here. Now here's the deal. Options. I could spend enough recruit to fight one of these. I could fight Corvus Glaive in the Astral Plane. I could fight Cosmic Wraith here. I could fight Cosmic Wraith here. All for recruit. The other, I'm going to get the wound no matter what. I need a 3 attack, and I'm not going to get that by fighting any of them. Other option is to pick up the rare. Yes, this is from Travel Size and his Extra Life campaign. It's a very, very cool card. Also recommend it. Alright, so here's the Orb of Agamotto, which I can recruit outright this turn. Ritual Artifact. If you fought a villain or Mastermind, you may set aside the orb to reveal the top 4 cards of your deck, KO up to 1 of them, put 2 of them in your hand, and put the rest back on top in any order, then discard the Orb of Agamotto. Very good, especially in solo where this will show up more often. So I already have something in the Astral Plane. I'm going to get the wound no matter what, so I might as well recruit the rare. And then cycle things back around. Alright, well, my turn ends. I draw my new hand, and I get a wound. So we're just going to do that, which is unfortunate because that is half the wound's gone. It is standard wound. Wounds taken 3 out of 6. And I've only hit 3 Deathtraps. That's not a great position to be in. But I don't have much choice. Turn 8. Let me get rid of the target. And hopefully this gives me some better luck. We have another twist. Okay. Maybe I can pay for this one. So this one's going to cost me 4 attack to defeat. I already have 3 attack, and I have a draw 2 sidekick. So all I got to do is draw attack and 2 cards. Which is not guaranteed because of all the recruit I have. There's no way I can stack the deck in any way. No special recruiting I can do. So I'm just going to have to be lucky. I can phase, but that won't help me because I need Lockjaw's attack. So let's play the sidekick here. This is Doormat's sidekick. Give me 1 attack, please. 1. Nope. And 2. I should have rested those. That's the worst sidekick draw I've ever had. Without a doubt. I drew 2 wounds. Yeah, so I can't avoid this one either. Hilarious. I got 3 recruit. I have 1 attack. I might as well not even play Lockjaw right now. So I'm going to phase. So let's go to Lockjaw. I don't think there's anything I can draw that's going to make that any better. So we'll see what I get from him. And I phase into a Giraffe Patrol. So that's a 4th recruit. I could pick up some attack, but yeah, I'm about to get another wound. I have one on my discard pile. I have to rest these away or I'm just going to have nothing. So I'll end my turn without KOing or fighting or recruiting, so that does KO these 2 wounds. And that's it. It was looking bad 5 turns ago, but yes, you're right. It's still looking bad. And I gotta get my wound after this. Yeah, every Master Strike is gonna give a wound too. Yeah, Mr. Giraffe. I see why he left at the beginning of the game. After giving me the setup. It's a bit harder for solo. It's a bit forgiving because it does only do 1 per player, but the management with this combo is not great. And you will see the twists more often, so you have less time to build up to avoid the traps. But with different heroes, I think it'll be a bit more manageable. Not that I'm complaining. I like the challenge that was set up here. Okay, wound time. This is wound number 4. I couldn't get any enraging wounds either. That would have been something. That's wound number 4. We're on to turn number 9. Let me survive just a little bit longer. Nope. The good news is that's death trap number 5, and I do have 5 attacks, so I can avoid this one. I think I forgot to tuck after the last twist. There's been so many, but it's fine. I have the tuck now. I'll tuck Joe Fixit again because I'm not getting a lot of strength cards. Oh, I needed the attacks. Maybe I should have done that, but I couldn't get the attack without the strength. Okay, we gotta pay the 5, and there's not much else to do. I have to play Lockjaw, so Lockjaw goes away. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's gone. I just paid. But now I have 3 recruit. And now if I don't fight anything, I get an extra card next turn. Which is cool, because I'm not fighting anything. I can't take anything in the HQ for 3 either. All this recruit, and I can't even use it to spend on anything. So we're getting another sidekick. Give me some attack on this one. Yes, I'll take Lockheed after Lockjaw. And that's all I can do. I get 7 cards, though. Give me that orb. Let's do something with it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, I have the Astral Confrontation. And if I don't care about escaping, I can just push more enemies out. And empty the city. I never really thought about that. Astral Confrontation is even better playing outside of a league, because if you don't care about escapes, you can just keep having escapes funnel through the astral plane. Unless I'm getting that wrong, but I'm pretty sure if you play Astral Confrontation, there's already an enemy there, they just escape. Okay, turn 10. Another Master Strike! I guess the Black Order is shy right now. So here we go. There are villains in the shards in the city, so I get another wound. That's wound number 5 out of 6. And it's another bad one. Okay. Then the strike enters as a wraith. And then everybody gets a shard. Because why not? 1. Just absolute 0 momentum. I mean, literally, yes, there is momentum. But not for me. Okay, next wound is the end of the game. And there's not much any of us can do about that. I do have a lot of recruit this turn. I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I got Threaten and Bribe. 5, 6. Am I going to do recruiting or fighting this turn? I have to clear the city, otherwise the next Master Strike I just lose. So I got to start tackling those. So I will pick this Cosmic Wraith to be targeted with Threaten and Bribe. And 7, 8. I can push Corvus Glaive out. That'll give Magus a shard, but it will empty the city a bit. Yeah, let's do that. I don't have the resources to fight him, so we're gonna push Corvus Glaive out of the astral plane by putting in the more Cosmic Wraith with 4 shards on him. So what I'm gonna have to do is, it is an escape, so let's go ahead and KO one of these heroes. I don't need another Threaten and Bribe. 2 is plenty for what I'm trying to do. And then Corvus Glaive up there is going to escape. So a shard goes to Magus. Corvus Glaive's in the escape pile. And we do that by putting this Cosmic Wraith into the astral plane. There. Put the shards down so you can see all the wonderful shards it's got. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we're going to fight the Cosmic Wraith in the sewers for 5 recruit, which means we get the shard. And then we just take them out. Well, on the next Master Strike, I just lose if I can't clear the rest of the city. And again, I have 3 recruit. I can get this Moondragon, which I don't necessarily want more of, but I'll recruit it. Where was Teachings of Camartage earlier? That would have been great. And there's the orb. Probably a little too late. If this is a twist, I'll just lose. Unless I can draw cool things with the orb. But I'll have to fight a villain or mastermind to do that. And without enough attack or... Yep. Let's see what shows up here. Turn 11. Okay, it's Black Dwarf, although he might play a Master Strike and end the game. Ambush Eater sends 2, helping all Black Order villains in the Mastermind play a Master Strike and build this way. There's only 1 Master Strike left. What are the odds that it's one of these 2 cards? 1, 2. Alright, good. So, Bias Dinner's going on top. He didn't reveal any villains, so no attack bonus. I have a twist coming up. It is going to be Deathtrap number 6. So I guess I do have to decide, do I want it to show up next turn or the turn after? I have the orb here. It's not going to give me any attack, though. I think my next draw is going to be best, so maybe I should pull the twist on the next turn instead of 2 turns. Let's see, how many cards do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, there won't be a reshuffle in between that time. Because I'm going to be really upset at myself if the next turn lets me get 6 attack, but the turn after that doesn't, and I chose the order of the villain deck. Yeah, I think I got to take a big risk here. I think what I'm going to do is put the twist on top. Because I think something tells me my next turn is going to be better. 2 turns from now, use Bribe to get some shards. I mean, the most shards I can get is like 1. This turn I can get some shards. The next turn I don't know if I'm going to be able to bribe. But you see what I'm saying? Yeah, it does give me more chance to get some shards. Maybe just one shard will make a difference. I think either way I'm in trouble. I'm going to get 2 shards total this turn. That means the next turn I would just need 4 attack. And I don't know if I should use the orb this turn or not. If I do use it this turn, I can set up my next hand. Yeah, so if I use it this turn, by fighting with Threaten and Bribe, I'll get a shard. I can set up my next hand by KOing up to 2 cards. Or KO up to 1 of them. And I can leave a card on top for the next turn. I might not be able to use the orb on the twist turn, because I'll have to fight a villain or mastermind. And if I get enough attack, I won't, you know, probably won't have enough recruit to even fight with Threaten and Bribe. So that's what I'm saying. I think I should use it now to set up my next hand. I can KO up to 1. I can put 2 cards that aren't as good into my hand. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna set up my next hand now, put the twist on top so I get the twist and give myself the best shot that way. Which might all be a mood after that. But let's see how that goes. So playing the orb. Orb is out. Let's choose a villain I can fight. 2 recruit. I need to fight and get shards, so I'm gonna fight. Let's see, I got 4 recruit this turn. I'm gonna. Yeah, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have to use this shard though to get that shard, so that's not gonna help. Because that's a 6 attack. I could fight Black Dwarf and do a KO without having to spend my shard, and that way I'll still set up my next hand. I won't clear out the shards, but I think that's the best decision. So Black Dwarf is getting targeted by Threaten and Bribe. Next, we're gonna play the Greys. 2 more recruits and a 1 attack. No, you know what? Maybe it's better to target the Wraith and spend a shard and get a shard. That'll help with the Master Strikes. I won't get the KO though. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll be net down 1 shard. Oh, it's the same amount of shards, but that'll help with the strikes. So let's spend the shard. I'm at 6 attack. I can use that completely towards the Cosmic Wraith in the bank. I get a shard, and I take out the rest. That's 1 Cosmic Wraith for me. It does get a shard out of the city. Alright, now I can do the orb, and hopefully I don't regret this. Okay, I fought a villain, so I may set aside the orb to reveal the top 4 cards of your deck. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Okay, here's what we're looking at. KO up to 1 of them, the Shield Agent. Put 2 into your hand. Put the rest back on top in any order. Okay, well, that's the hard part. Actually, I won't KO the Shield Agent. And here's why. So I can put the Shield Agent and Peace Meditation in my hand. And that way Lockheed and the Shield Trooper guarantee 3 attack next turn. And then I have a shard for a 4th. That puts me in a decent position. But I have to not KO the Trooper, the Agent, to do that. Then discard the orb. Alright. We'll see if I survive. I did get to draw Moondragon, though, so I get 2 more recruit. I don't get to activate her effect, because I did already fight this turn. And I get a 3rd recruit. So I'll get a sidekick. And a Skids. That would have been a lot easier to see Skids earlier, but I'm glad I have her now. Maybe I can thin my deck enough so she can save me forever. I don't know. I don't think I have the time for that, but it's nice to have her. Okay. So here's what we're looking at. I got a twist coming next because I chose to put it on top. I need 6 attack to take down the twist and not lose that turn. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I need 2 attack in these next 4 cards. No. 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 I can threaten and bribe and get 1 more shard, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I can't. This is at 7. So I think that's the game. But we'll just play it through. Here we go. Maybe I should have waited. All right. Twist. That's twist number 6. That's a tuck. And we'll see. Yep, threaten and bribe. Yeah, I cannot generate 6 attack. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 if I spend the shard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 recruit. Yeah, I can't hit the Cosmic Wraith in the Astral Plane. I can only hit Black Dwarf or the Cosmic Wraith there. So yeah, I can't do anything. So if I was playing for a league, I'd maximize my VP at this point. So I would spend the 4 attack to take out Black Dwarf and KO one of my heroes. And that would be the end of the turn. And I would gain my last wound, which would be this, because I can't pay for the trap. And then that would be an unfortunate evil wins right there. Alright. That was something. Alright, guys. Who wants to rate Mr. Giraffe's setup out of 5 for me? I didn't hate it. I did enjoy the unique challenge it presented. I definitely with a different hero shuffle, I could have gotten some more Danger Sense early. Psychokinetic Blast really could have helped me, although Danger Sense isn't even that great in solo because there's not as many villains. There's not as good of a ratio of villains in there. But yeah, that was a lose. So somebody's getting some points. Sorry I can't show you right now because it's not working. Oh wait, there it is. Hold on, let me pull this up. Maybe this will work. Nope. It's just not gonna. I see the source. Whatever. That was rough. You give it a 3 out of 5? Alright. Well, that's it for this game, Televised Deathtraps of Mojoworld with Magus. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I'm going to be playing one more game here in just a moment. But if you do want to play this, you can actually, I don't talk about this that often, you can actually sign up for my challenge leagues? Challenge matches? Yeah, challenge matches. If you go to the link in the chat, if you put an exclamation setup, and you can sign up for this like any other league, and you can actually play all the setups I have for my streams. All the non-randomizer league streams I've played recently are on here, so you can check that out. Yeah, always evaluate how hard you think it might be. But that's it for this setup. I'm going to go ahead and play my second game in just a moment. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you. Hit the subscribe button, because it's cool to do that. That's what I hear. Dr. Strange will come to your house and make you an honorary Sorcerer Supreme if you hit the subscribe button. And if he doesn't, you just don't remember it because he erased your memory. And I will see you guys next time.